Hi, my name is Aiko Arts. Welcome back. Today I'm making a spoopy video special for this Halloween 2025. Lay down, sit back, and eat a bit. Cause today we'll be talking about Lost Children's Media shows, and those that scared me as a kid. So let's get started. Number 1. 31 Minutos, which translates to 31 minutes. 31 Minutes is a show that aired in Channel 11 in Mexico in the early 2010s. The show is famous for the creative style of mock-up propaganda to general news channels in Latino America, and the absurd behavior some famous public figures have. The show originated from Chile but made its way to Mexico and was famously known by most, if not all, millennials. Now, you may be wondering why this show frightened me as a kid. Because the nature of this show was weird. Everything about it perturbed me, from the voices, to the movements, to the songs. It was just strange, and something about it felt off-putting. Let me show you an example. I know, right? That's so weird, that's so ugly, it's so disturbing. Like, something about it just feels off. Something about it. I don't like it. I don't like looking at it. I feel like my phone is like cursed from saving that clip just to show it on YouTube. Now, like, if you still don't get it, let me just change the music so you understand me. Yeah. Do you see what I mean? Why did I do that? I don't know. Just delete that image. We're gonna move on to the next one now. Number 2. Equipo Peligro. Dangerous group for the direct translation, but the actual name for the show in English is the Smithereens. These were a compilation of mini shorts that would air in between commercials for Disney XD and Jetix. These channels were specifically catered in Mexico for the younger audiences like millennials or Gen Z in general. These Smithereens were short formatted episodes of just a group of creatures featured, making chaos and dangerous situations to the point of burning, KOing, breaking, and torturing each other while trying to do cool things that teenagers liked in the early 2000s and 90s. For the following bit of the video, I'll be demonstrating a few clips, or maybe just a couple, of how these atrocious behaviors from these creatures were in the actual show itself, and that will be self-explanatory as to why I find these type of shows, or this one specifically, disturbing. That's pretty bad. Damn, okay, I hadn't seen it in such a long time. I didn't expect it to be that bad, but I mean, I guess it is what it is, and that I don't like. It's ugly, it's disturbing, I hate it, and let's move on to the next one. 3. Domo. I think you, as my viewer, are beginning to notice a pattern on clay animation, stop motion, and puppets. The peculiar part is that it's not all about the reasoning behind that itself. You have shows like More Oral or Coraline. I'm not uncomfy by those, but I guess it really depends on how ugly the show's story is and looks. And Domo was cute for the most part. However, something about this early 2000s Japanese show felt uneasy. And I think for me, the biggest letdown from Domo, or the thing that made me the most uncomfortable, was the constant silence from the character. All he does is make sounds, grunts, growls, or any noise, and even though it's unique and a cool design, I guess, it just feels uncomfortably silent. Also, I know that just by picturing a life-sized Domo, I get freaked out too. Like, for real. So, let me show you an example. 4. La Leyenda de la Llorona, which translates to The Legend of the Weeping Lady. Many of you may know already who this urban legend is and what it means to a local Mexican. The Weeping Lady is a legend of a woman who was cheated on by her husband and went into so much grief to the point of going in temporary psychosis, and getting rid of her 2 children by drowning them in a local river. From then on, the Weeping Lady is known to haunt the small towns in Mexico near the areas that have rivers, ponds, or any water pit possible. Some hear her moaning, yelling, or weeping, and they say the farther you hear her, the closer she is. So, what's the title? The Legend of the Weeping Lady, La Llorona. It's a children's horror story movie format to explain the folktale horror myth. The story wasn't that scary for the most part as an adult, but as a kid, it does give you chills, and for me, personally, I think even as an adult, I feel personally uncomfortable by it because I have personally heard La Llorona in 4K near my house in Mexico. Many people have heard it, and some have actually captured her cries with video at night on my local town. Funny enough, it's always around 12 a.m., 3 a.m., the witching hour, or 5 a.m. So with that in mind, let me show you a clip of what I'm talking about. I know this movie doesn't have the best animation possible, and it may look a little bit wonky or bad quality because it was from the early 2000s or mid-early 2010s. So the movie isn't at its peak per se, but as a kid, oof, watching that with your cousins at night, it was the scariest thing possible, and even adults really enjoyed that movie, so let's just say this studio was the most popular and famous at the time for Mexican productions for animation, and they really pulled this one off greatly. And as a kid, that scene that I showed right now was the scariest thing ever. So, I mean, anyways, that was all for today. For the most part, I don't think I have any other stories or shows that I have in mind to talk about, but I did want to do a video special for this Halloween 2025. And this is the fastest that I can actually upload it by making it 5 minutes, because if I make it longer, it's gonna take too long. And then I kind of want it to fit like the art piece and be like engaging, and the shorter it is, the better. So maybe next time I'll make a video of me talking about strange things in general that scared me as a kid. Like, it doesn't have to be shows, like just things in general that scared me as a kid, like, or phobias, and like make a dive in onto that. So but for now, I'm gonna stick to whatever this is, see how this video works, and thank you for watching and giving me your time. I hope you have a wonderful Halloween, and I hope that your night is spoopy. Yeah, have a nice day. Bye bye.
Sin queso.